Hello everyone, this multi-screen application will be operating with two numbers. The first number will be a signed double, the second number will be a positive integer. So we add in values, but result will be shown on the second activity. Alright, so let's try to add first number, a signed double, minus 25.5. And second value will be, for example, second value is positive integer, 15. So press add values. So we are redirected to the second activity screen. We have a list of data received from the first activity and we have appropriate result. So once you press done, the current activity will be closed and we will be redirected to the first activity. Let's get started. So currently we have Hello World application with name of the activity 1 and layout main1.xml. So this is only the difference between default application and my current application. So let's go to the layout main1.xml and change relative to your layout to linear. Change Android orientation to vertical. And the text will be changed also to activity 1. Activity 1. And we'll make a little bit bigger. So the next we have to drag and drop two edit fields. So we want activity 1 collects two values from its UI and calls activity 2 to compute the sum of them. So we want two edit fields and one button to the first activity. And basically we want one big field for the activity 2 to display the data. Alright, so let's go back and drag and drop the first number signed. We just require it for the first number, and the first number will be just decimal number. Just go and just write after this number. So the first number and second number will be visible, and we need a button to bring here. So we want the width to wrap content of the button. So the button will be just go on the left side. And we check, we change the title for the button add values. So we will find the text and write here add values. Alright, so we have to start right now to populate data for this activity. So what we will do right now, go to the activity 1. In activity 1 in Java, first of all, we declare variables that corresponds to our widgets. So this will be two edit text field, for value 1 and value 2, and we'll have a button, add button. For on create method, we will initialize all the variables with appropriate resources. So we have to find resource for the value 1, which will be edit text, I believe. The second resource will be edit text 2 in my case, and the button, I will have a single button, it's hard to make mistake, it will be just a button. So we finished assigning variables to the project. So right now you can think about how to collect data and pass them to the second activity. So let's go back to the to XML and attach listener to the button. For example, I want to name the method something like on add data. And this method will be connected to button in this application, and we are going to implement this button in activity 1. So we're going to do this right now. So we need to collect data from both text fields, and you know that for arithmetic operations we need to do conversion from text fields from edit text to double. So for this purpose we need to get values from the UI. Double value 1 will be parsing double from the edit text val 1, and double v2 will be parsing text from text val 2. After this we need to create intent to call activity 2 and pass data. So creating intent is pretty much straightforward. For example, my intent will be new intent. It has two arguments. The first arguments will be activity this, which will be corresponds to the activity 1, and second will be this name of the second activity, activity 2.class. So we'll create new activity. So we will do it like in a moment when we finish intent structure. Alright, so what we will do here, we will supply intent with data to pass to the, we'll supply intent with extra to pass data to the second activity. So how to do it? To my intent, the variable that we have has a special method put extra, and the special method put extra has two arguments. The first argument is the key value that you want to identify. So we'll write key 1, for example, and second will be just variable v1. Alright. So the same we will do for the second number, put extra. In this case it will be key 2 to identify the second value. It will pass in here, v2. So it's pretty much straightforward using extras to pass data to the second activity, but the last we have to start activity by intent. Start activity, and we have to write the name of the intent that we just finished. Alright, so we finished processing button click. So this is all the code we have to type for the method when the button is pressed, and we have to collect information from the UI first activity and pass to the second activity. Now we have to create activity 2, because we cannot resolve symbol activity 2 because we didn't create second Java file. So how to create? Adding new activity, it's pretty much straightforward. You have to click new in the package folder, then create activity, then create an empty activity. And what's happened? We have to provide activity name and layout name for the second activity. And as a result, what happened? Will be created new Java class with in the source Java folder. Will be created new XML file with a name that you specified, and the information will be added to Android manifest about the activity. Looks like this. So the new activity name will be added. In this case, it's a second activity, and the first activity will remain the main activity as main and launcher. So let's go back to our project and do the same. So right click, new activity, empty activity. Alright, so you want to create activity with name activity 2, and we want layout have a name main 2, and this is not a launcher activity, and we have to leave the rest items by default. Press finish. So once you press finish, you see the error disappeared, because now we have activity 2 Java in our project, and actually all the code is ready to be accepted on the second activity. So we can run the project right now to make sure there's no any glitches with activity 1 collecting information. Alright, so let's try to type some numbers, make sure that number is accepted, and press values. So you see, like, we just come into the second screen, which is very good. So we switch to the second activity, switch to the main to XML, and we have to drag and drop two widgets to the screen. So first of all, we will change relative to linear. So we made the vertical orientation for the linear layout, and now we're going to drag and drop edit text. Or we just like a plain text, right? And we can put here message data received. And second will be the button, the closed activity. So the button will be just right after this. And this will be button close. And this button will be, width will be web content. Alright, so let's switch to the activity 2 and start work on Java side. On the class level, we need only two variable. We need edit text data received and button done. In onCreate, we will initialize this both data using find new by ID. So data received will be coming from edit text 3, and button will have number 2 because the number 1 was used for the activity 1. So right now we pretty much finished with all initialization. Right now we have to think about how to accept data. So for this purpose we have to pick call made to activity 2 via intent. So for this purpose we have to create intent variable inside activity, and it will be kind of like a local intent. Why local? Because this intent will be enter. This intent will be used by local operations, and we're using the getIntent method to pick call made from activity 1 to activity 2. The next will be the most important things in receiving information. We will get information from extras. What we have in here, we assign into the local variable value 1 result of my local intent, get double extra based on the key 1, and key 1 actually is the key for the first item we just passed. -1, it will be just a second argument in case key will not found. So I will copy this line again and apply the same for the key 2. Alright, so we're almost done. Right now we have to do the very simple arithmetic operations. So we have to find result. So we have to find double result. And finally we need to show result. So we, for illustration purposes, we show data received and result. So the data received is edit text, set text, data received new line, value 1 will be the value we just received, plus new value 2 we just received, and after 2 lines we will show result. Alright, so let's try this code right now and to see what's happened. So you had number -55, and second number is 100, and press that values. So yeah, looks like we have a data received is okay, but for some reason we do not have the new line that we requesting here, right? So any idea why it's happened? And close doesn't work. So let's check layout for the second activity. So layout for the second activity. Oh, we have an Android input type text person name. Probably this is a problem. We don't need this specific type for the edit text, right? This is kind of like a filter probably, right? Yeah, so press again. So make sure that application will be running properly right now. So try again. Some numbers, doesn't matter what numbers we are entering right now. Yeah, that right now data received is okay and result is okay. So the problem was only with the type of text, type of edit text for the second activity. And the last we need to implement closing button. So in order to close activity, we need to write one more method here. And to do it properly, we will attach this method to Android on click property, and we can write on close. So how to close the current activity, just simply call finish, and finish will terminate the current activity. Alright, so activity 1 minus 250, second value will be 75, add values. Yeah, so we have correct result, and finally we close the second activity. Alright, so it was a video how to use multi-screen application, in this case activity 1 and activity 2, and how to pass data from activity 1 to activity 2. Thanks a lot.